Hey guys, so I know that it's not the first of the month yet, it's July 14th. But I was looking at this yesterday, and I always think it can be a little better at trying to display what I want it to display and knowing what I'm going to do in the next month. So, what I did was I put these orders, and the orders that are going to be paid off like this. This is currently, I might move this one to third space. I wish I'm not really, I don't know if Excel is the same way, but I have to work with the spreadsheet right here. And the spreadsheet doesn't even really cover everything on here. I'm just using what I can do. Anyways. So what I did here was I added the monthly expenses that go on these cards. So I have $49 for certain things I pay for, and then $66 for other things. And I made an update over here. It's because it's lower. It's not 30 anymore. It's 25 as a minimum payment next month. And this 12, it's an expense that comes out of my bank account, but it was already included in the 57 right here. So I didn't really mess with that. But this is for next month. Technically, it's not. If I'm paying, what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna pay this off next month, and then they remove. So you don't even include. I can never remember which one it is. I think it's 41. I don't know. I'm going to go with the low. Well, maybe we should go higher. I'm going to say it's 42. It's just $1 off. But anyways. So after I do that, I'll have... So you don't subtract from this number. You subtract this number right here. And this accounts for 2 months. I already paid for another one. That's why... It's already here. I already got it accounted for. Let me think. If we do this, actually, we have to do equal sum that minus this 309. Which, as you can see, is a combination of these two values up here. There's different ways you could do this. What you don't want to do is you don't want to say, well, you could kind of get yourself stuck because you always want the monthly expense paid for, or else I'm going to be dealing with this. And this is at best. This is only including the minimum payments and the rent each month. So this is at best. So I might take out like $100 or $200 and put it against one of these things. But still, $100 left over for the following month plus another $100 for next month. That's only $200. It's not going to do anything. So that's why I'm really sticking to this. Because I have $309 left over instead of just like maybe $100. But this is with all this paid off already. So cards are being paid off when I get this. So what I'm going to do here is, as time goes on, this is going to change, but I'm going to do, let's see, so I'm going to put, so after this card gets paid off, it's going to be $309.52. So what I'm going to do is $309.52. Alright, so that gives us this number. What I'm going to do with that, so let's visualize here. So next month when this goes to 0, okay, let's visualize. So imagine I have these two Dr. Pepper cans. So each one represents $400. So to clear off this debt, I already have it over here. If I remove that, then I have this one. So this becomes 0. Ignore this down here. This doesn't matter. Then I get 309. Then we remove this one. And I can put another $400 on here to give me an extra month since I've put two 400s aside, which is in my reserves right here. So we got the 309. And we have this left over. So what we want to do is we remove this. Then what I'm going to do is equal sum that minus, or actually I'm going to do this minus this. So I'm going to have 287 on this card left. So then we'll remove all the reserves. Let's get rid of this. And I get 79 left. So at that point, I get, what was the number? 200, 287, 40, let me put that up here. 287.44. Okay, we remove this. So now, any money I have can be used to take out any of these cards at one time. Well, except this one. Well, at that time when I get that $1,100, it goes over here, and then I'm gonna put another 400. So I could put on this card. This would be at that time I would have like $22 for ChatGPT, and then I would do, and then I have $200 left over. After let me do the math on that. 500. I'm rounding up $5. 500 minus, no wait, it would be 798 minus, so 298. I have 290 left over, so I can use that 298 in the same time to pay this off. All right. So then I get another 798 that comes, and this is gonna be brought down $70 each month. It doesn't increase. So let's do, how am I gonna do that? Minus 70 times 3, I think. $387. I don't know. I might just clear this one. But it depends on how it doesn't really change the order that you do it in, because eventually it's all going down exponentially. So it doesn't matter what order you do it. But I was thinking about doing the. See, this is what I was talking about. This might go into 3. That's what I was talking about. It might go into 3. So these numbers will change throughout this process, but yeah, I think I'd do it. But yeah, there was no way I could have done this with me spending like $200 and just having $100 in my bank account. There's no way I could have been able to get it that low by normal means. There's a fly in here. Oops. Going too far. No, this is gonna be 25 because this is next month. Um, Actually, because it's next month, I'm going. I don't know which one it is. I'm gonna assume it's this one. So 804. Okay, so 897 is what I'm really gonna have because that minimum payment comes out of here. But if I'm paying the whole thing, that's only the minimum payment. You know, so if you're paying the whole thing full, you don't have to worry about the minimum. So I'm really looking at 897. Let's do. What does that look like? I know for sure I need to get rid of this one. Okay, so 351. Now I could save it or I could use it towards this Capital One. I'll probably use it on the Capital One. That seemed like a good idea to me. Let's check that out. Okay, so I'm... Okay, so that goes... It's hard to see, especially you can't really do this because you have to think of everything, every single number ahead of time. But how I really do that is I just focus on, okay, is this number greater than this one? Because this already counts the expenses and all that. So yeah, it's still going to be paid in the same amount of time. It's just 351. Oh, I see what I did. All right. So add another month if I'm gonna. So this would be paid off, and then I have to get another $400 out of something for next month after that one. So then 840 equals. So if I'm targeting this card. Yeah, 203.44. I think that was the number we had before. Alright, that's how I did that. Okay. But yeah, you see how this works. Yeah, spreadsheet just doesn't do it. Like, I would have to have, like, APIs set to a database to do all this for me. And then it could calculate it on its own. That's a lot of work. Like if you were making a program for that, that's a lot of work. It would be much better if it was a database. But I mean, I'm sure that someone could do it. Someone could make a database like that, and then people could use it themselves because it does accumulate a lot of money. And then you can spend like several hundred on pizza rolls, soft drinks, popcorn, hamburgers, anything. So yeah, it's a lot of. Yeah, I mean, I remember coming into this. I mean, I think I've gotten accustomed to it of being able to pay my bills. Each one, all at the same. Each one, like all at once. Well, except this one. Where it looks like I'm not really doing much. But then when you compare it to, that's why I added this, because when you look at this, it's like, this number, even at its best, can't even eliminate one of these. And they're just going to accumulate. Well, except this one. But this one and that one is going to accumulate. Especially this one. That's my main card. So yeah, it just accumulates. So yeah, $200 in 2 months, or would you rather have 1,737 in 2 months? You know, of course you do have to reduce it. That's why I have to. So after 1 month passes by, you have that much left over. Yeah, and that's where this comes from. So yeah, when you multiply that, you can get 3. Even on here, if this gets low enough, I could buy another 2 months on it, and that would give me access to 2,577 in 2 months. In 3 months, actually. 3 months. 2,577. So it's maximum efficiency. But since I still have the money for August and September, this doesn't change. Especially for August. But yeah, I should have all my debt paid off in December. Around there. I'd give it 5 months. Should be possible. And the only thing that's on the Capital One is this $495 and the expenses. But if we remove that, you see that it's only $289, way lower than 840. So that's mostly for groceries. For the first time, I bought 13 cases of soda, and I bought like 3 packages of hot dogs and 3 packages of hot dog buns and a box of pizza and 3 boxes of popcorn. So yeah, that will last me a month. Hopefully a little over a month, because I don't eat pizza every day, But and then we got the hot dogs. That will last me another week or two after that. So yeah, I got some pretty cheap stuff to keep me in the system, which is what I eat pretty much anyway. Except I haven't been able to buy the quantities that I have. My goal is to really know that I've made it. What I would like to do is I would like to buy and I've done the numbers on this, 900, not 900, 90 cases of Coca-Cola. That's what I want. Coca-Cola. That would last me 10 months. Because I go through about 8 or 9 cases a month. So yeah, 90 cases, that's 10 months right there. And that's just for the first month when all this stuff is paid for. That's not including the following month that comes after, which I could then buy, 90 cases of Dr. Pepper? That'll last me, that's 20 months of soda right there, guys. 20 months of soda. That's crazy. That gives you a visual of how efficient this system is. So yeah, guys, I'll end it here, and hopefully you got all that. Watch all the videos. Watch all the only fans income. Operation Flywheel. I was reading this. I couldn't remember the name for a second there. Watch all the Operation Flywheel videos, and then you'll understand how it all works. You see how it grows exponentially. It's a blitzkrieg on Costco and Walmart. They're not designed to have people able to spend let's say $1,000 worth of anything in those stores. When I was buying these pizzas, for example, 13 cases of soda is crazy. But I usually get them like 2 times. Go to the store like 2-3 times a month to get that. I think it's usually 2 times. But imagine getting 9 boxes of pizza. In fact, they actually ran out of pizza. They only had 1 box of pizza, and all the pizza was gone. Like, I couldn't even buy any pizza that I wanted. I had like $50 I could spend. So yeah, so I just went to the store yesterday, and I bought those 9 boxes. That's 40 pizzas. I think it's 40. It's either 44 or 46. I mean, I could have bought more, but you know, it just keeps the system going. Um, so yeah, guys, I will end it here, and I hope you got all of that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.